Hey guys, Prowl1701 here. Today we're going to do a little something different, take a little break. Today we're going to be looking at Batman movies. So, back in the day when the channel was young, another sci-fi channel, I may show this on different, a couple different channels. You may remember I did some MCU stuff, some DC stuff, some superhero stuff, basically. Now I've transitioned that to where I mostly do that on the Geek Speak Euphoria channel, even though I'm not very active on it. But I still like to do something every now and then on the Another Sci-Fi Guy channel, just to kind of break things up. Even I get tired of talking about Doctor Who sometimes. And then one of my subscribers, Liam Neeson, that's the name he goes by, suggested I do a tier video ranking the Batman movies because I've done a regular actual ranking movie of the live action Batman movies. He remembered that. So he said, well, you should do a movie ranking, Batman movies with a tier list. Since I finally figured out how to do tier list, I figure it's a good idea to stay on Liam Neeson's good side. I said, yeah, I should do that. It'll be a nice break from just talking about, sci-fi stuff all the time. So this is actually attempt number 2 on this video. Long story. So I've got everything here as a starting point because I don't think any of these movies really belong in F tier. I don't think any of them are absolute garbage. So we're just going to keep them here while I rank them. Now, I do think Batman and Robin goes in E tier. I don't think it's F tier. I don't think any of these movies are just flat out garbage. Batman and Robin is a decent movie for that kind of movie. If you know what it is going into it, it can be enjoyable. It has a nice cast for the most part. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger's hilarious as this version of Mr. Freeze. Um, Matter of fact, I used to date a girl. Her favorite Batman movie is Batman and Robin. And you could, I'm sure, imagine what the look on my face was when she told me. I can imagine. And when I asked her why, her answer was because it's a comedy. And looking at it from that point of view as a comedy, sure, it works. If you think of it as a comedy, it works. Matter of fact, for our 6-month anniversary, I asked her what movie she wanted to watch, and she picked this one. So we watched Batman and Robin. She likes it. But I think it's not complete garbage. I don't think it's very good, but I do believe it doesn't deserve to be an F tier. So we'll give it a little bit of credit. The Batman and Robin 66 movie is just going to be average for me. I loved the Adam West Burt Ward series as a kid. I don't ever go back to it, though. I think it's harder as an adult to enjoy, especially in this modern age of more serious Batman stuff. I don't really care for campy, silly Batman much. But if I was going to watch any of it, it would be the 66 movie. I do like the casting. I like Cesar Romero as the Joker, and I absolutely adore Burgess Meredith. Just in general, I love Burgess Meredith. He's great. So I do enjoy the cast a lot. So if I'm in the mood for some silly Batman, I could see myself going back to it. But it's been a long time since I've watched it, so it just kind of hits C for me. Batman Begins is solid S tier. Now, most of y'all know if you haven't seen my list before, C is average for me. C is average. So anything below C is below average. Anything above C is above average. And there is a GOAT tier because there is one I think is the GOAT. Not just my favorite Batman movie, my favorite superhero movie. Batman Begins is really good. It's a nice, gritty take. It's a realistic take on Batman. What if Batman did exist in the real world? I'm not the biggest fan of Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne and Batman. He's fine, but he's not blowing me away. There's a lot of other actors who have done it better. I love Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow. He is criminally underused in this trilogy. I'm glad he gets more of a time to shine here. I also really like the guy playing Falcone is also really good. It's a great origin story for Batman. It really delves into that really well. Definitely S tier. The Batman, the newest one from 2022 B. It's too long. It's too long. It is too long. I like the movie. Robert Pattinson is a great Batman. I really like his Batman. I prefer his Batman over Christian Bale's Batman. I love the design of the suit. It looks really good. I love the fact it really delves into his detective skills and you see him being kind of the world's greatest detective. I like that. I enjoy the casting. The Riddler doesn't really feel like the Riddler, to be honest to me, but the actor playing the Riddler is doing a great job with the character. There does not need to be a 3-hour Batman movie. It's too long. I kept waiting for it to be over. I was like, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Oh God, there's more. I want a sequel to this movie very badly. I do not want a 3-hour sequel to this movie very badly. 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes tops. That's all I need. Batman '89 is the GOAT. That is the GOAT. Not only my favorite Batman movie of all time, it is literally my favorite. Wow. It is literally my favorite superhero movie of all time. Excuse me, my mind just blanked there. My favorite superhero movie. I love Batman '89. I was a kid when it came out. I do have a nostalgic attachment to it. But Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. Well, Michael Keaton and Kevin Conroy are my favorite Batman. But Michael Keaton's my favorite live action Batman. I love how he plays Batman. I love how he plays Bruce Wayne. The odd kind of eccentric, not, I don't know if eccentric, yeah, eccentric's probably the right word, way he plays Bruce Wayne. I love them. They feel like, not so much that one is the pretend character and one is the real character, like say Kevin does in the cartoon series, but like they're two aspects of his real personality. Like Batman is one aspect of who he really is, and that Bruce Wayne is another aspect of who he really is. Is the way I see that. Of course, Jack Nicholson's casting as the Joker is phenomenal. Uh, Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale is really good. I really love this movie. I love Tim Burton movies from this era. I love his style, this kind of gothic style. He really did take a comic book and bring it to life on the screen. It's not going for realism like, say, the Nolan trilogy. It's making a live action comic book world, and it pulls that off fantastically. I love the imagery and the cinematography of this movie. I love it. It's fantastic. This is my favorite Batmobile design. I love the bat suit. Even though it's not the most practical, I love the bat suit. It looks really good. I love Batman '89. Batman Returns, solid S tier for me. A great follow up to Batman '89. Not quite as good, but close. I loved it. The Batsuit's not quite as cool as the '89 Batsuit. I love the fact it takes place during Christmas. Something about the snow and scenes just gives it this atmosphere to it I like. I love having Christopher Walken in it. I love Danny DeVito's version of the Penguin. It's one of the best. I love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, the best Catwoman, hands down. 10 or 11-year-old me had such a crush on Michelle Pfeiffer at the time. She just looks stunning in this, and it's just a great story. I love it. Um, let's see, The Dark Knight, solid S tier. The Dark Knight is phenomenal. Heath Ledger's Joker is absolutely amazing. I enjoy the story. I love how far the Joker's willing to go. I love Aaron Eckhart as Two Face and watching the transition of him from Harvey Dent into Two Face. The special effects of him becoming Two Face blew me away at the time. Again, this realistic take the Nolan trilogy goes for works really well. It's wonderfully directed. Batman Forever is a solid A tier. See, Batman Forever, people forget because so many people associate it directly with Batman and Robin. They're kind of linked together. But Batman Forever actually did really well when it came out. It made a lot of money. It seemed to get good reviews, I recall. And the marketing for it was everywhere. I had the soundtrack to this actually on audio cassette. I still remember the Seals video from Kiss from a Rose. U2 had a song on it. The Offspring, I believe, had a song on it. It is really good. I like Val Kilmer's Batman. I don't really care for his Bruce Wayne, but I like his Batman. I had a huge crush on Nicole Kidman when this came out. I really love Jim Carrey's Riddler. For this kind of movie, for what this movie is, Jim Carrey is perfectly cast as the Riddler. Perfectly for this kind of movie. Tommy Lee Jones' Two Face is good. I don't really care for Chris O'Donnell's Robin, but that's another story. The Batmobile looks nice in this one. Not as good as the Tim Burton one, but still nice. I enjoy this movie a lot. I feel like it gets a bad reputation because it gets associated with Batman and Robin. But just judged on its own, it's a really fun time. And then The Dark Knight Rises is going to be a B for me. It's just a bit of a letdown from the first two. I'm tempted to put it in A. It really deserves to be about here, honestly, right in the middle. I'm tempted to put it in A, but I do prefer Batman Forever. I find Batman Forever just more watchable. The rewatch value on it's higher. I love the casting of Dark Knight Rises. Tom Hardy is great as Bane. Um, I don't really care for the twist with Talia at the end, with Bane kind of being rendered her right hand man. I don't like that at all. I think Anne Hathaway's Catwoman is fine. Of course, I always love Michael Caine in anything, so he's great here. It's a good ending, and of course, Morgan Freeman's always amazing. Period. it's a good ending, but not a great ending. It's not as good as its two predecessors, while still being definitely above average. Solid B, knocking on the door of A, in my opinion. And this is how I would rank the Batman movies, the live action Batman movies. If we were doing Mask of the Phantasm, S tier. Mask of the Phantasm would definitely be S tier. Love that movie. I want to know what you think and how you would rank these movies. So comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button and the bell for notifications as well. All the other fun stuff. Links to the Patreon are in the description, as are links to the Amazon wish list if there's anything you'd like to send me to look at and review, Batman related, Doctor Who related, or otherwise. Anything you want me to look at. Um, YouTube memberships are also available. The P.O. box is down there as well if there's anything you'd like to send in. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane, Colin Coney, and Finn Perkins. I appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. Most importantly, thank you for watching.